Alright, hi, this is Tolt, and today we're looking at Selesnya Enchantments, the OG one. And so what I have laid out here is we have the original card that's going to be going away, and then the new card that we're going to replace it with. I'm trying to do a one-to-one replacement so it keeps the mana curve there. The only thing that I question is a lot of these creatures are enchantment creatures as well. So you lose about, well, I guess it's only 8. You lose about 8 enchantments. Maybe 9, 10. Well, 9, I guess. Oh, this guy. 12. So we lose 12. But we're gaining 4 here. So basically, we're going to go, this is like draw a card, look at 4 cards, draw a card. So this is for 2 mana. We can use the third part of the spree to draw 2 cards if this creature deals combat damage. That has also other stuff type of thing. And then the generous visitor, gets +1/+1 whenever you cast an enchantment. Can't really simulate that, but we can do the werefox. So you can create a monster's roll, and then later on it could be a creature, so it kind of has dual value. And Miko's Reign of Truth, can't really simulate that for free. You just get massive power, and then you get a creature in the end. But the Slumbering Keep Guard basically does the same thing, but you have to pay 3 mana for it. So not the greatest, but you do get a creature right away, and so maybe later in the game it might have better value. I don't know. That's the closest comp to that. Spirited Companion draws your card, so we're going to go with the Elvis Archivist. Whenever you cast an enchantment, you draw a card. Whenever an artifact comes into play, you get a +1/+1 counter, so probably we'll look at this deck and probably adjust it. But I want to see how this plays out before we add in some more artifact type of stuff for that. And then the Red Tooth Vanguard has trample. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield, you can play 2 to return it from your graveyard to your hand. Same thing like Kami, but Kami gets buffed and stuff, type of thing. But that's what we can do there. And then Weaver of Harmony gives other enchantment creatures +1/+1, so it's kind of like a Lord or whatever it's called, the general type of thing, but I forget what it's called. So we're going with a lot of elves. I noticed when I was starting to get the cards is, we had a couple elves in there, so I figured we can go with the Elf Lord for that +1/+1. And then copy triggered ability of artifact enchantment. Don't really have that, but we can copy artifact or enchantment with Yenna. So 2 different cards for 1 is as close as we can get to the Weaver. And then Jukai Naturalist, obviously the discount, we can't do that, but it is a 2/2 lifelinker and it's a dual color card. I figured, we could put the Prairie Dog in, but I figured the Sephiric Steed, is a 2/2 lifelinker. You could saddle it, it makes other guys, so it could give you some other value. Yenna is a 4 thing, the Werefox is a 4 thing. So, maybe it'll give you some more value. And then Catilda and Calyx. So Catilda, it's a flying lifelink vampire, so we have a Vigilance lifelink trampler, not quite flying, and you can't cast it for the Disturb, but it is 3 mana for New Benalius Light, and you can cast aura and equipment spells from your graveyard once per turn. So, it does give you a little bit of added value. And since I don't have 4 Calyxes, I'm just going to do 3 Calyxes and 2 New Benalius Light. I did already adjust the mana base for the cards, I think. Oh no, not yet. I need to get this out. So take that out. Yeah, so that's the deck, 20 lands. And those are our replacement cards. Let's play some games and see if, Oh, I need to do that, but I guess this is the last game that we're going to play today. Calyx, I guess? I don't know. What do you want to get killed first? The Steed? None of those are good. I guess it's a good blocker. Maybe the Steed was not what I wanted to get killed first. I mean, this is a pretty good thing to kill, but yeah, that thing is better, I think. That's pretty good. I don't mind drawing a card. I mean, most likely you just have another one. So that's what they do. Yeah, I think like not having any type of artifact creation with the Elvish Archivist. Oh, Jesus. I guess this works. That looks like 4 to me. Oops. Oops. Oh, shoot. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Whew. 2 more Vanguards? Don't I have one already? Those are nice, though. If I have the mana for it. I just need a... Oh, you're not casting? Interesting. Do I block it? I don't know. So we just put this out. And Calyx. We go this and Calyx. I mean, it's getting pretty rough. But we are gaining life. See, that's why you just need like Audacity or the Monsters roll. 2 lands, I don't mind. Or if you can give like Calyx flying or something. So maybe like fly. The lands I need to look at. I need to look at more arts, more enchantments. Bossy boss. That's a big boy. We could just cast Calyx. And then, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's pretty much like a 50% land draw. I think we go with this. Yep. I'm gonna get a draw. What? Here? And then crew this with this guy. And one of these, I guess. I mean, we just jump it, but the idea is we keep making more, right? We have lethal next turn. Ugh. What are they gonna take though? And it's an Audacity? So we can kill whatever they put the Audacity on. like so much things they want to kill. Yeah, that's right. Cast that Audacity. I don't think they're gonna do it. You gonna take Calyx? Take another flyer? That's what I would do. I mean, I guess the Steed's better. But, I mean, you could just quad block the Steed. Almost in full swing territory. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fabulous. Ooh. Oh, nice. I got the one. Put it here? And then Audacity here? 3. Trample, I guess? Oh man, we're going off. Going off. I guess we'll just put this here. That's a pretty good turn for us. Drew one card. Did I draw from the Audacity going to the graveyard? Okay. I mean, I think he's just dead, right? Again. Pretty nice showing. That was a hell of a turnaround. The new Benalia's Light. And obviously the ossification coming through. I think he saw one. Oh, he did use one. I knew he shouldn't have cast that Audacity. But even if they had something left, you know, we could just copy this or copy the monster's roll. And yeah, it's pretty good. So if we go back to looking at this, I messed up that one game. I could have cast that. Pretty happy with that. The only thing I would say is if there's a enchantment that draws cards. The Werefox is definitely pretty good there. I like that. Archivist, so yeah, that's where we need to make some changes, I think. And I think those are good. So I think I want to bring in that food. Saga, I think it is. Sweet Toots. For the Archivist. To replace the Slumbering Keep card. Although it's good, you know, that I don't think that's as important. And you might even just do 4 of those. Because they make a 1/1. Or let's do 3. How about that? And just have 1 of those finishers. So we kind of get rid of like the all like super enchantment things. But the idea is we're pumping up the Archivist. And then, you know, we make some food tokens. Maybe we could utilize them somehow. I don't know what else I would cut. I'm wondering, like, the Steed was pretty good. And Scrub's Might is like you could just put in the roll hexproof token, that thing, or enchantment hexproof. That's kind of pricey. Indestructible. Okay. So yeah, you could just do that instead of the might, maybe. But then you're starting to do all these roll tokens. I don't really want to do too many tokens. Protection. Roman enchantment. I mean, you could do something like this. Oh, it doesn't have flash. There's that. This one has flash. So maybe that +1 helps them. There's also this enchanted creatures card that's quite interesting, you know. But we have to get more enchantments in to make that viable. We have the cases that we could look at. You know, this one that does damage is pretty good. I don't know if I really want any more of these. I think ossification works pretty good. The due diligence, I would love to squeeze that in. At least a one of somewhere. Like, even if you just go one there. Whew. You could go down one on the Archivist. Squeeze in this due diligence. I know it's not the same mana value. Or you could go one down on that. But this is a 1-drop, not a 3. So this is at least closer. This is a really good card. Especially in this deck. Being able to bring it back from the graveyard. 3/1 trample's pretty good. So being able to buff it with flash is probably pretty good. There's some green flash spells. You know, the virtual loyalty's pretty good. This one's a protection, you know, spell for 3 mana. It's kind of better than Royal Treatment, but you know, it throws off your curve a little bit. Like if you squeezed it in for 1 Werefox, now you're starting to lose creatures, so that's 2 creatures we've lost for 2 spells. And that's kind of the problem where like these are, you know, like the original deck has dual threats, right? This is enchantment and a creature. This is an enchantment and a creature, right? So, you know, we could probably push that down one. Obviously the Blanchwood armor is would be a really nice thing. Whenever you attack, I mean that would work really good with the Steed, right? Like make it a 4/4. Like being able to pump that up was really like just dominated them. They weren't able to recover past that once it got buffed up. So putting, you know, like the due diligence on it, or even just the audacity on it, right? Being able to make it a 4, you know, 2/2, and then I guess when Calyx comes down, then you put an audacity on it. Now you're talking about 5 first strike damage. Obviously, if you run into another first striker or double striker, then you have a problem. But I think that's pretty good. I think that's it. Obviously, Buried in the Garden. I think those are the changes I would make. So, you know, we get rid of that. Boom, we're good there. We got the Juke Eyes. We're gonna think about that. But I really like this. I haven't seen the elf thing, but you know, if you cast an elf spell, this is an elf spell with recursiveness, so it's possible you can get a, you know, draw if we don't get mana screwed. So that's really nice. I really like the Vanguard being able to come back. The cost is a little bit high, so you know, maybe 20 lands is too low for this deck. I like the idea. The Summoner Keep Guard seems like a good card, but I think just being able to get the Archivist up and being able to also put +1/+1 counters on, say the steed, right? And so that would be like, oh, do we just go, 4 steeds and, no keep guard? I have to think about it in a second. The card draw from this is really great. And you could do it on their turn too if you were able to cast a flash speed aura. So, that's pretty good. I'd love to try out Airtight Alibi. And, like I said, I don't want too many roll tokens. So, you do want that protection. I don't know. It's a tough call. I don't know which one would be better. You're not going to corrupt them. Maybe +1 isn't that great. So I think maybe, even though Scroll isn't rotating, I just don't really care for it as much. I mean, maybe it's a good threat that they have to deal with, right? As opposed to, Calyx. So if they have like a go for the throat, they can't target the might. Maybe that's just what it's in there for. The spirit's gone. Somehow we're up by 2. Oh, we had the royal treatment. We have to make that decision. Tough decision. Oh, we have to do this, I think. We have to look at the lands. Since we are rotation safe, post-rotation deck, get rid of all that other stuff. Definitely want this. And probably want this over those things. Damage lands. And I did put 2 of those in, so is that why we're up? And then we need to make a decision on Skreld and Royal Treatment. I don't really like to do one-ofs. I mean, we did put some one-ofs in there, but that's because I'm not really sure. Like, if I don't like one-ofs, then I would do this. I would do... get rid of that. Which one of these is better? Which one of these is better? Like that one you would do 2, and then you're going to have to pick one of those 2. That was just in the original deck. I think we maybe go... So if we go down 2 on that, we're 2 on that, and we're good with getting rid of Skreld. And then I think 2 on the Due Diligence. I think that's where I would go. Refresh. So, we added in that to make artifact. Probably I should put in... I feel like... token, artifact... Right, and the land. Put in 1 Mirrex for this Blossoming Sand. Probably screw you over. But yeah, add in something to get some artifacts. Would like some more artifact token type of generation, but I don't know what makes artifacts. There's that cast creature, the white one. This guy? No. This guy. That could be a possibility, but we could just take this down a little bit and put something else in, We'll have to play it a little more to see how good the card draw is and if the 0/1 body is a detriment, and maybe you just want 4 copies of the Werefox. But yeah, that's take number 2. On the Selesnya Enchantment. This is just, we copied the original deck, we replaced the cards, tried to stay up on the mana value, and then we played the deck a little bit, and then we're making changes to it, and we'll play it again in a little bit and see how it goes. 2 or more. I don't know if I want a second this time. Like, we're looking for Calyx, we're looking for... Maybe we just need 4 Calyx in there. No, that's what they want to remove. It could be Wandering Emperor. The one good thing with that is you could just like surveil that into the graveyard, right? I think we have to take this, really. In all reality, monks aren't supposed to use swords, bro. They fight with their hands. We can get Yenna out next turn. Copy the ossification. I don't want to sweet tooth it though. Although Yenna does this which is Nissa. Nicer. And I mean they could equip that 2/1. Time. You better copy that or take that. But guess we go there. Maybe I should have put it on something else. I mean, I need to put it on this, right? I mean, if he doesn't block it, he gets ossificationed. Right? He gets ossified. If he does block it, he gets ossified. I get a monster roll. Something else. Orc Ross. Yeah, so we could surveil lands and stuff and put it in there. So that's the only problem with that. It's not an aura. His protection. Jesus, come on now. So if we dump it now, we can get it back later fairly easily, right? And we're not casting it anytime soon. Let's be honest, we're doing this in Calyx, right? And we still drew another one anyway, so I don't mind another royal treatment. Descended, huh? Pretty slow start with 3 porticles. I think we go Vanguard, we can Royal Treatment it. And then Calyx next turn. But we get Audacity. Or we get this Audacity and bring back the one in our graveyard. Hope they attack. Because I want to attack. I think I'm going to attack anyway. So 5, 6. I'll take your whole board. I don't really want to copy that roll, but let's make it harder to remove. That guy just wants to come out of the graveyard. So if we had to look at this out, I just need a ossification. What's this? Ward 1? This thing? Yeah, I'm sure. Let's put it here. Yeah. That guy just doesn't get out of the graveyard. I think I'm supposed to do that first. We save protection. Apparently we need more land. I mean, it doesn't matter. I get to copy it anyway. And so the problem with the ossification is, yeah, I want to take that action because you know why? Get more pumps. More pumps for the dumps. But you can't pay the ward cost twice. Oh, but he's protected though. Always protected. Put Calyx up one more, huh? Double ward. This thing. Look at this guy. Should probably take this guy. Turn him into a treasure. Turn this guy into a treasure. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 14 minus 6 is 8. We could finally get back that guy from the graveyard, right? Auto pay, finally get him back. And just a swing in. Oh, that's 15 minus 6. Yeah, that's 8, right? Isn't it? Okay. Still nothing to make this thing happen. All right. Just went 3-0 with those changes. I still think like maybe these are too much. Just put those down a little bit. But you don't want to get rid of creatures though, so and you kind of want cheap creatures, right? The Galagreators is a nice solution to create artifacts. It's a tough decision. I mean, you're getting rid of some of your synergies for like a single person synergy. Or is there something with food? No. Okay. It's a tough call, but I feel like you're starting to draw too many of them. But then what if you drew a Galagreators instead of those? I haven't seen this at all. So maybe it's not worth it. Maybe if you went like this is unnecessary. +1 to elves. And probably unnecessary to focus on elves in that situation. Whew, it's tough though. Everything's an elf. That's a tough call. And Galagreators could help out, but pumping the team could help out too. You know, since I haven't seen it yet, I'm just gonna leave it in. We're gonna go with that. Yeah, happy with the deck. Happy with the improvements. New enchantments, ready for rotation. Same basic curve concept of the deck. Mostly cards that do mostly the same things. So it's a little bit different. Instead of going, wide with a bunch of... I guess you still go big with enchantments. It's a little bit easier to go bigger faster. So this one's a little bit more of a controlled burn than a speed burn. Yeah, this has been Told, like and subscribe. See you in the next one.